Hi guys, welcome back to my channel Life of Colors. Today it's 6th of March and it's such a pretty weather right now. Like, oh my god, it's so amazing. Like, it's so sunny. I can finally absorb the sun. I can finally absorb the energy, the vitamin D, finally. And it's so warm. Like a worm. It's so warm. Oh, I'm mispronouncing the words. It's so warm that, oh my god, I can literally go without a coat. Obviously, that's my outfit for today. Like, I have really light jeans. They are quite thin and they're broad. They are the culotte style and they are so comfortable. I need to find more pants and more trousers in this style because they are so comfortable. They are broad, they are flowy, incredible, awesome. I love them. I have a colorful shirt, but I was hated on by my friend today at school because it's a white shirt, and on top of this shirt I didn't have this long sleeve right now. I just put it on right now because it's too hot to wear a hoodie, but it's not really that warm enough to just go in only a t-shirt, so I just put it on right now. But at school I was hated on by my friend because the shirt is white and on top of it I had a black hoodie, and she was devastated that I still have colorful makeup because I did it for the shirt, but it was a little cold in the morning at school, so I'm afraid that I'm covering a mic and I don't know if you can hear me, but I hope you can. So yeah, for most of the morning I had a hoodie on, and she was devastated that, oh my gosh, you're turning emo. Hey girl, no, I'm still as insane as I was. I'm still weird. I'm still a colorful person in my soul. Not always my clothing like resembles it, but yeah. And yeah, you may be wondering, why are you walking? I am going to pick up my package and you can go with me while I am yapping about my whole day and about my package. The package was supposed to arrive around yesterday, but they actually sent it yesterday, but it's still like it got delivered really fast because today I can pick it up in Paczkomat, so that's a great thing. What I ordered hair dye. I ordered hair dye, so probably not in this week, maybe in the next week, because this week on weekend I am going on a 2-day trip with my mom, my mom, for 2 days, so Saturday and Sunday. So probably not in this, I will not be changing my hair color in this way, but in next week, probably next weekend, I think, because I don't really like dyeing my hair in the middle of the week, especially because I need to retouch my roots, so I have to bleach my whole hair. I would have to bleach only my roots normally, but I am changing completely my hair color. I ordered 2 hair colors, pink like I had in summer and last year in April, pink and orange, but not the ginger kind of orange, but like this like hard orange. so I'm really positive about this, and we will see how it turns out, because I was thinking of making my hair orange, but I don't know, want it like fully orange, so I don't know. Dzień dobry. So I don't know. We will see when I bleach my hair, and then we will see how, if it like takes off my whole blue color or if anything will be left, because I have few suggestions on what kind of hair color style I will be making. Because first of all, I want my hair fully orange. Second of all, I want my hair, second option, I want my hair fully pink. Third, I want my hair like Melanie Martinez style, like half and half, so half orange, half pink. 3, I want to have pink roots and like the ends orange. 5th, other way around, so orange roots and pink ends. And 6th, it's more of my classmates' idea that I should, because I have still some green hair color, that I should like do pink with orange ends, and like when you have an undercut, so instead of a undercut, this part of hair, just make it green. But I'm not really sure about it. And yeah, also the update about the chocolate, I didn't really record it, but they like it. I just passed the woman. She is, if I remember correctly, she's my PE teacher's mother, and I just passed her again because I walked past her when I was walking from school, like from the station to my home. So we saw each other for the second time today. But yeah, I really like seeing her because she's a really active person, and I don't know, I don't really see her that often, but at the same time she is quite inspiring because she is extremely active. She often goes on walks, she goes Nordic walking, like with the poles, and oh my god, like her and like every single person that is active that I ever passed by on my walks, they are all inspiring for me. Like I am inspired by them having motivation to go out and exercise, and at the same time I'm proud of them because you don't never really know the whole context. Like maybe the person went out for a walk for the first time in months, or is trying to gain their health back. So I'm really proud of them moving and being active, or maybe they are trying to find a new hobby. Like I'm happy for them. But yeah, back to the chocolate. My friends loved it. I actually didn't record it because the first friend, which is probably watching this vlog, or the chocolate will be watching this vlog probably, and is right now possibly watching the chocolate making video. I didn't even have time to ask her about the vlog, and I'm sorry, but I'm walking by the road, so it's a little loud here. But yeah, I forgot, and also didn't have time to ask her if I can make a vlog entrance with her because she already ate it, and she was amazed, she was shocked. Then she also again tried it with her 2 other friends, and oh my god, I was drowning in compliments, because the other friend, she said that once she bought the Dubai chocolate in a shop, and she thought that she just doesn't like pistachios and Dubai chocolate, but because it was so awful. And when she tried my chocolate, she was so amazed that maybe it was just the company's fault, because she liked it so much. And the other friend, Natalia, she also loved it. But it was a bit too sweet. So maybe next time, if there will be next time, probably I will be using a darker chocolate, like a dark chocolate, or like milk chocolate mixed with dark chocolate, so it's not as sweet. Yeah, they were all amazed. And the first friend, she actually said, I don't know if that was a joke or not, but she said that I should make these chocolates for her 18th birthday. So that's like a huge, I don't know if that was a joke or not. Probably a joke, but I don't know. Maybe I will make it. But yeah, it was, for some reason, it's like a really great compliment. But I'm so happy about it. Like, someone likes something you make. Someone likes it so much that they want it on their birthday, especially 18th birthday. It's like, it's the best compliment you can ever get. Like, I'm so happy about it. And yeah, it was amazing. For some reason people like staring at me. Like, have you not ever seen a person so insane that they are talking to a phone, or what? But sure. Yeah, I need to pick up the package, and I don't know, I will go back. And I don't know, probably it will be the whole video, because I think I will be yapping like for the trip to the pickup point and back, or at least half the distance, so I don't really look that insane. But who cares? Everyone thinks I'm weird anyway. But it's not a bad thing to be weird. People just don't understand how your mindset works. As long as you're happy, do whatever you want. As long as it's not like really problematic and it won't get you in prison or something. But like, people sometimes are even shocked when you are wearing colorful clothes. Like, what happened to wearing colors? What happened to being yourself? I just don't understand it. And yeah, people should normalize, like, should stop treating talking to yourself like a weird thing, because, you know, sometimes you just have to talk to someone like you and not someone different. So that's a really good option. Today, what I ate today, I ate a rice I ate the Dubai chocolate rice cake I made yesterday, if you remember. Like, I had some filling and chocolate left, so I put it on the rice cake. I ate it. It was too sweet for me, but I ate it. At least I had some energy for the day. After that, I went to the shop and I bought a small chocolate figurine filled with vanilla cream. It wasn't really good. It wasn't bad. It was edible. It was alright. And when I came back home, I ate the green soup that I was talking about in the previous video. And the theory that leaving food overnight to like marinate or something like this, it makes it taste better, because it was so much better than yesterday, and yesterday it was already delicious. So you can actually imagine my amaze, like my I cannot put it into words. You cannot imagine how much I was amazed by the flavor. It was so delightful. And after that, I ate a yogurt bowl, because I think I'm getting back. I'm finding again, all over again, the enjoyment in eating yogurt. I'm really happy about it. And yeah, I ate a cup of yogurt, like plain yogurt. I mixed it with some almond milk, so it's not as thick, so it was more like a milkshake. I mixed it with some protein powder, because I have strawberry protein powder that I need to use up, because in a simple shake it doesn't really taste as good. So I'm looking for new ways to actually eat it whole, because my mom once bought it and it's just sitting there because no one's eating it, and I'm trying to eat it all. So maybe later I will buy a different flavor, like more acceptable in terms of taste, like maybe vanilla or caramel or whatever other taste, like flavor there is. If you use protein powders, please tell me what's the best like basic, like base flavor that I can drink or eat like on its own, but at the same time I can add it to some recipes and it doesn't destroy it, because the strawberry, it's literally called strawberry ice cream, and it has a kind of artificial flavor a bit. You can taste the artificial flavor. So when I tried it in a recipe that was supposed to be chocolate, the strawberry was so overpowering I had to throw it out because it was horrible. So yeah, I ate it with the protein powder, with raspberries and blueberries, and I added some honey, but it was before I tasted it. So the honey was a great touch to it, but I think it was a bit too sweet. It was a bit sweet for me. And yeah, maybe next time I will skip the honey. I will update you later. So update, I have the package. However, I don't think it's going to like fit into my backpack. So I'm thinking of unpacking it and just putting the bottles in my bag, and then just like folding the carton the box. So let's do an unboxing together, because why not? Let's be fun. I hope I can like open it actually. I hope I don't dox myself also. Oh! My mom actually just pulled up because she also has packages to pick up. So, no! She's asking if the package is too big. Okay, she actually proposed taking it into the car, but I will still open it because I want to see how they look. Okay, yeah, 2 bottles, basic pink and basic orange, but I will give it to my mom. So yeah, but probably I will still be going back by foot if she's not going to a shop. So I will go ask her right now and put the pack. I hope I didn't dox myself. And put the package in the car. A ty jedziesz do sklepu jeszcze?
Nie, jedę do domu, pojedę na spotkanie z koleżanką.
Okay. So we are going actually by foot. To mogę zostawić też torbę? Bo tu... Co? No w sensie, no nie mam tam nic w sumie. Miała być tylko na paczkę. To widzimy się później. A jeśli nie, no to miłego spotkania. Going back. It's so funny. Like, my mom, bye. I asked her if she is going to a shop, but she's not. Because she told me that she has a meeting with her friends from work. She's having more fun than I do. Oh! She waved at me. How crazy of her. Like, crazy girl. Yeah, I'm actually having a better relationship with my mom right now than I had like a few years ago. So I'm really happy about it. The same goes with my sister. We definitely have a better relation. We talk much more and just don't really argue that much. I mean, I'm still a person that argues a lot, but that's just my fault. It's not their fault. And yeah, it's so sunny. It's so nice. I love it. So yeah, I went out with a backpack and a small package in mind with intention of taking home. And instead, I'm going back without the backpack and without the package. How funny is that? But I still have my phone and I still have my headphones, so that's a good thing. What else? What I can... Oh, also, that's the... Oh, I cannot zoom in this mode. It's actually the church, the main church of our area, and so beautiful. It has such a rich history. It's so rich that I cannot even say it in English. But there was a time where it only had one tower because the tower like fell down and all, and there were like there there is also a different building, a chapel, I think that's how it's called, a chapel of but I think the church is also this. Like there was, not right now, but there was an organization of monks. Okay, so that's how the Google Translator translated it. I don't know if you can see it. I think you can. Of Cistercians, of Cisterci. They were a group of monks, and they had like one of the chapels here. Chapels? Houses? It's really hard to tell. My grandmother has a lot of books about them. So and this whole story of this area is really interesting. So I guess I just have to dig up some information and just renew it in my brain, because I'm really interested in this. I'm really proud of living in this area. And it's quite disappointing of me, and I'm actually quite embarrassed and ashamed of the fact that I forgot half of the information. So yeah, I don't remember what I was talking about. But yeah, the church, it's so beautiful. It's beautiful inside, it's beautiful outside. And in the past, like not really in the past, but when I was younger, there were like connected to the Cistercians, there was every year there was a fair. So like or market? No, a fair, I think that's how you can say it, call it like a fair. A Cistercians fair, Jarmark Cysterski, and it was an incredible experience, because there were like from each countryside, from each town, there was a stand, a food stand, so you could buy food, like traditional Polish food, and with like silly medieval themed names, and it was so cool. And I think the dishes, they were made with the local recipes, I guess, like the most traditional, and it's all obviously made by Koła Gospodyń, so the groups of women from each town, and they just cook. Sometimes they make small parties in the towns, and it was a great experience. And like one of the silly names that I remember, if I remember it correctly, they were kluski z robakami. So I think it was kluski, but it kind of translated literally to dumplings with bugs, or maybe not bugs, with the worms. And it sounds so silly, right? But they are just potato dumplings, like when you have potato noodles. They are like short versions of like potato dumplings, and the worms, they were actually like small pieces of fried bacon on them, of bacon, and with often onion. So that's great. And there were also like many different silly names. I think I also have a book with the names of the dishes. But yeah, you could basically get anything. And it wasn't like really expensive also. Besides the food, besides the women's group stands, there were also like normal food stands, like with a stand with grilled sausage, and stands with popcorn and cotton, like candy floss. And with ice cream, because it was in early September, because that's when the anniversary was. But it was more targeted for the children. There was also a stand, and also ice cream, and sometimes even waffles. Once I think there were even crepes or pancakes. I'm not really sure. It's a bit of a blurry memory. Maybe it was a different fair. Besides that, there were also medieval stands. So there were like these stands where people were like history actors. So they were dressed and acted as if these were the medieval times. And there were some of them. I wasn't really in every single one of them because I didn't really have friends at that time, and I didn't have anyone to like walk around with me, and I was too scared to walk by myself. But if I remember correctly, there was a stand where you could learn the the medieval font. You could learn how to write with the old methods of writing, like with the feather dipped in ink, and you could write the alphabet in this font and write your name. There was also a stand. I really loved this stand, and that's one of the reasons of why I'm so interested in cooking, because it was a stand where you could make by yourself flatbread. I mean, not completely by yourself, because the woman was making the dough, but you got yourself a bowl of dough. You could roll it out by yourself. The woman put it on the fire, like there was a huge bonfire, and on top of that there was a rack with the metal plate, like blackstone. I don't even know what a blackstone is, but like the metal plate on top of the fire, like above the fire, and she just cooked it on it, and it was so crispy, it was so good. And you could either eat it plain, you could eat it with I think it was yogurt, or with cranberry jam, and I always chose the cranberry jam because it was so good. and every time I was trying to make the flatbread at home, it was never the same. Even though I saw how the woman made it, it was just flour with water. But I think what gave it the flavor was the fact that it was made above an open fire. So it kind of it soaked up the aroma of wood, and the fact that it was in some places a little burnt, it gave it the flavor, as well as the jam that I think it was made by hand, like homemade. It was so delicious. I need to learn how to properly make jams. So yeah, in the summer I will try to maybe create a bonfire, or my dad will help me. I don't know. Dad, if you are watching this, prepare that. Probably I will ask you someday about a bonfire, and maybe I will try to make the flatbread over an open fire. So yeah, it was so delicious. It was my favorite stand. There was also a stand with games. Like, there was a huge wall with holes in it, and there was a picture painted of a castle, and the holes were in places where the windows were in the castle, and you had sacks filled with sand, and you had to stand in an assigned distance and just throw it and try to throw it through the holes, so you could destroy the castle. Yeah, basically. There was a similar thing, I think, with a dragon, but I'm not sure. There were also wooden, like a whole basket of wooden swords, swords, and kids would just take them and fight with each other. And there was also a huge wooden carousel that, oops, sorry, my alarm clock is ringing because I actually have an alarm clock set for 5 p.m. In case, because most of the time I come back home at 4 p.m. and when I sit down in the kitchen, sometimes I even sit there until 7 p.m. So that's a kind of a reminder that I should go take a walk or just get up and leave the kitchen in case I just sit there for too long. And yeah, there was a wooden carousel, and the man, he spun it by himself with the strength of his own arms. So, you know, kids were sitting there in these little chairs on chains, like little swings, and he would just stand in the middle, have the wooden block right here, and he would just push it, and kids would go like all around. It was really impressive because, I mean, there was a weight limit, but it's still quite impressive because it had, I think, 8 seats, so that's a lot. But yeah, I think the physics has a big role in this, because starting it probably was hard, but if it started spinning, I'm sure it was much easier. So yeah, there was also a different stand. I think it was with making fabrics, different fabrics, and obviously there was obviously there were like attractions for kids. So for example, like inflatable castles and trampolines, but at the same time, later on, there was a huge show about the history of this area of Cistercians. A huge, if I remember correctly, I mean it's so blurry right now because the last fair, it was I think 6 years ago or 5 years ago, so it's really blurry at this point. But I think the whole show, it took around 2 hours, 2.5, and sometimes it had small breaks, obviously. But yeah, it was so long, it was so exciting, it was so, oh my god, like there was a huge group of actors, again historic actors, and they played the Cistercians, the Germans. I don't remember the English name for them, but yeah, it was so great. Like they were fighting, the way they showed them dying, it was so fascinating, it was so great, like oh my god. And they had small wooden houses and they literally burned them, and once they actually had to I mean there was a fireman there, but one time they had to call them because the fire was a bit too big. But it was so nice. And also, before I continue, I will show you my new skill. I hope that the phone will hold up. Like, please, hold up. It's so nice here. I hope I don't fall down. Whoop. Did you like it? I learned it like maybe 2 days ago, and I cannot stop doing this ever since that moment. Like on PE we were talking about wanting to learn how to do a backflip because it would be our reaction to everything, and then I learned this skill and I cannot stop doing it. Like my friend is talking to me, or my sister is talking to me and and I just move back a bit. She talks a bit, like still talks but a little confused, and then I hit this move and she is like, what is wrong with you? Thank you, that's just me. But yeah, they were burning back to the show. They were dying. They were killing each other. Sometimes it wasn't with the horses, but sometimes they even managed to get the acrobats with the horses. It was a completely different show, but they were doing like the tricks on horses, like doing handstands or like running beside the horse while still being bound to the horse and things like this, or like riding 2 horses at once, like 1 foot on one and 1 foot on the second horse. I'm turning yellow in the sun. How cool. And yeah, and at the end of the day there was mostly a concert of like a band or a singer, and later there was most often a DJ, and they were partying to around 1 a.m. I think. And during the fair, I remember when I was very small, and after that I was a bit scared of that, and I don't know if it was available later on, but in the you could go inside the church and like pray and all. It was open, but there was also a option to go like exploring the church. So I was only there once, but underground under the church there were like a basement with dead bodies. Like how cute! I don't even remember the name in Polish. Like in churches, like underground, sometimes there were coffins of very important people. So the similar thing is under our church, and once I was there, I was maybe 5 years old or younger. I was quite scared of this, but I would definitely go down there again. But it was only available during that day, and maybe sometimes there was like a important event where you could explore it with a guide, but I don't remember how it is now. I don't know if it's even available for tourists, because I think for some time there was a renovation, I think, or even a some kind of warning about it falling apart. I'm not really sure. I'm not really invested in the church informations and news right now, but I'm thinking of maybe going back to it, like going back to my religion and all that, and overall like maybe going back to the church and start being more invested in the whole church life, church society life, because I'm not made to be doing that, like you have to. I just feel like I want to. So yeah. And also, before all the shows during the fair, there was also a competition for the best medieval costume, and there was also a competition for children from local schools and kindergartens, and they were just singing, dancing, and it was so nice. So yeah, also I'm back in my town and it's getting louder, and also I'm going to be home soon, so I'll come back to you when I just go back home, because right now it's really busy here, if you could hear that for the past few minutes. So yeah, I will update you later. So I'm back from the shop, I'm back home from my walk and I have my hair dyes right here. So I think that's all for today's video. I said most of my day. I talked a lot about the fair, and for now I did around 11. For now I have 19k steps. During the walk I did around 5.5k. So it's actually not that bad, considering that it took me around 50 minutes to walk there and back home. Also, my mom bought a really questionable apron. That's the package she had to pick up. Okay. That's all for today's video. I hope you had a great day. I hope you ate something. I hope whatever you is or will be eating is delicious. Keep being positive, keep being active, and I will see you in the next video.